Taj Bradley on the hill. Taj coming off a start at Texas, where he gave up 4 runs in the first and nothing thereafter. But the conditions are different, and so is the lineup for Atlanta. It's a very strong Braves lineup that has struggled in the early going, and Taj trying to keep them on their heels as Michael Harris comes plateward on a sunny but windy night.
Yeah, there's a swing and a miss, and Harris strikes out. A splitter down and a beauty by Taj Bradley.
It's Austin Riley, the Atlanta third baseman.
Riley shoots it to right. Mangum in. He's not going to get there. Austin Riley, after a little bit of a slow start to the season, now 9 for his last 23. Had that big hit last night and the first Atlanta hit here tonight. And now the man who hit the walk-off homer last night at 12:53 a.m., Marcell Ozuna. Good at bat for Ozuna, and he earns his major league best 16th walk of the season. And now the cleanup man, Matt Olson, comes up swinging, and it gets through into center field. The Braves are going to jump on the board here in the first inning as Austin Riley comes home.
You love to see those early game runs, something the Braves really excelled at in their famous 2023 season, getting the lead. And Matt, 2 nights in a row, driving in a run in the first inning, taking advantage of the runners in scoring position opportunities.
So 3 straight have reached, and here's Ozzy Albies.
Yeah, he missed. It was close, but it's up and in. Bases are loaded.
Braves have you on the ropes a little bit here with the bases juice, so you got to come out popping.
And with a sacks pack full of Braves, it'll be in the hands of Brian De La Cruz.
And a swing and miss. The strikeout will do.
Yes, it will. And how about 98 miles per hour right on the edge of the plate in the upper third of the strike zone. Really tough for a hitter to be able to go out there and get it.
I wonder if he tries to do the same thing with Kelnick here.
Here's Bradley's pitch. Strike 3 call. He went off speed to retire the side. And he gets 3 strikeouts in the inning. In the middle, 1 run, but he limited damage. And through half an inning, it's Atlanta 1, and the Rays coming up against Bryce Elder.
And for the Braves, second start of the season for the double nickel, number 55, Bryce Elder.
And leading off for the Rays is Yandy Diaz.
And a base hit lined the other way. Yandy is aboard.
Took an off-speed pitch away and went right with it. And Yandy with the Rays' first hit of the game.
Brandon Lau lifts one to deep left field. De La Cruz going back, circles off his route, makes the catch in deep left. Junior Caminero, the batter, right-handed batter.
Ground ball, Riley's right there. Folks, that's what you call a tailor-made double play. 5-4-3.
Drake Baldwin climbing in.
And a pitch, swinging a ground ball to Caminero at the shortstop spot. The third baseman has it and throws to first just in time. Baldwin is out, 1 away. 1 out, nobody on for Orlando Arcia. Swing the slow grounder towards third, charging Caminero. He's got it and then stumbles as he throws and still gets him at first. He almost tripped over his own ankles there, started to fall forward, and still was able to make the play. 2 out, no one on, leaves it for Michael Harris.
Whipped it into left. And Morel right there, a couple steps back. A 1-2-3 inning.
1 down for Christopher Morel. In for a call, actually a 2-2, I should say, in for a called third strike. And he goes down looking. So here's Cameron Meisner.
There's a ground ball by the bag. Meisner has himself a base hit, gonna dig for 2, and he's in standing at second with a double. How about that against the defense? And Meisner comes up with his 4th double of the year.
All right, he is the tying run at second with 2 out. And now let's see what Danny Jansen can do.
Softly tapped up the third base line. Riley darts in, scoops and fires. Very nice play. It makes it look so easy. And that's out number 3.
1 on, 1 out, third inning, 1-0 Atlanta. Matt Olson, ground single through the middle for the only run of the game, steps to the plate.
And he gets him
up and out of the strike zone, perhaps. Maybe at the tippy top. K number 4 for Taj, and 2 out in the third inning. Here's Ozzy Albies. Curveball, called strike 3. Taj Bradley taps his glove a couple times. He's got a good breaking ball now, and he has 5 strikeouts after a scoreless third inning.
So 1 pitch, 1 out on the ground ball.
There's Taylor Walls, who bats 9th in the order.
And a soft liner into center, out of the reach of Arcia. So Walls has himself a base hit. There goes Walls, a pitch to the ground and through the left side, out of the reach of Arcia. First and third Walls breaking, goes all the way to third on Yandy's second hit of the night.
And the Rays have their first scoring threat. First and third, one out in the third, down by a 1-0 score. All right, now you got Brandon Lau, who's the only guy to hit the ball in the air, really.
Into this one, sends a high fly ball toward the line, not overly deep. Kelenic makes the catch. Here's a tag. Wall's going to try to score. He is safe at the plate. Walls racing home from third on that fly ball.
Just deep enough to be able to get Taylor Walls, who has good speed, home.
Jared Kelenic, the batter.
Morel sprints over toward the line. That's fair. He didn't get to it. It bounced into the Braves' pin, and Kelenic will take a double.
1-1 game. Here's Drake Baldwin.
And a chase. So 98 up out of the zone, and Baldwin is out number 2. Orlando Arcia.
Swinging a line drive, caught at first by Jonathan Aranda, right to his mitt. And there's luck working back in the Rays' favor.
Morel, the only strikeout victim by Elder to this point in the game.
3-1 is ripped in a left. It's a base hit for Christopher Morel. Nice adjustment at bat from Morel. He chased some pitches off the plate his first time. He didn't this time. Got himself into a favorable count, and the Rays get yet another hit. They've got 5 of those now to 4 for Atlanta in this 1-1 game. 1 on, 1 out for Cameron Meisner.
Runner takes off, pitches a ball, and the throw's going to go into center field. Morel's going to go to third. How about that? What a trip on the bases for Morel. He winds up at third.
Well, and how about the fact that this pitch, because Baldwin's coming out of his crouch to make a throw, there was actually a strike, and he comes up throwing. He throws a 2-seamer. Elder's throwing a 2-seamer, so is Baldwin. And that 2-seamer into center field.
So a stolen base for Morel is first. An error charge to Baldwin.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Olson's got it. He comes home. Oh, they say safe. David Rackley claims that the foot of Morel got to the plate, but you can see Walt Weiss, and they want to challenge this. If that's ruled out, there's no way they change it. I wouldn't be shocked if it stayed the same, but I think there's enough there to overturn that. Let's hope that that's the case.
Yeah, inconclusive is the concern.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Excellent job by Olson and Baldwin. And replay got this one right.
Out number 2 with a runner at first, and Danny Jansen now the hitter. And he sends a high fly ball down the line and left. Is it going to be fair? It is, and it is gone. Home run, Danny Jansen on the very next pitch. A 2-run shot. First home run for Jansen in a Rays uniform, and the Rays grab the lead.
The leadoff man's aboard. That brings Austin Riley up to the plate.
Jammed, and a little popper back at second. And that's caught by Brandon Lau.
The ball is not carried to center.
Here's Ozuna.
He's 0 for 1 with a walk. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and roped to short. It's caught by Taylor Walls. This will be an easy double play. That's out number 2 here in the 6th inning.
It was a 5-inning outing in Texas. 82 pitches. He's up to 87 right now. 2 outs into the 6th.
I mean, think about that. If he's able to close this inning out in 3 pitches or fewer, he's right at 15 per inning after 32 in the first. That would be quite the comeback here for Taj.
Ryan De La Cruz, the batter.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 for Taj Bradley. 98 miles an hour on that one. And the Rays will maintain their 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
2 down. Here's Morel.
That's a long one. Down the line. Is it fair? Yes. Gone. Home run for Morel. A line shot. His first home run of the year.
How about Morel? That pitch is below the strike zone and off the plate, and somehow he golfed it out. That's a hard thing to do.
And just like that, the Rays add on. It's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th.
And here's Cameron Meisner.
And there's a base hit shot through the right side. So he picks up his second hit. Meisner 2 for 3. Meisner taking full advantage of this opportunity. He's off. The pitch is a ball, and the throw will not be in time. A little fade on that throw. And Meisner all safe out there.
Jansen picked up his 2nd hit of the year. His last time up, a towering 2-run home run to left.
2-2, and that's going to drop into short center. Here comes Meisner. Full speed ahead, and he scores Base hit and a run batted in. Third RBI of the night for Jansen. And the Rays come up with a couple more runs in this inning. And it's 5-1.
When we go to the 8th, power coming up for Atlanta.
All right, let's see if Edwin Uceta can keep them in check.
One out in the 8th for Marcell Ozuna. He homered earlier today, much earlier today. And he crushes one deep left field, back to the wall, out of sight. Home run by Marcell Ozuna. And he homers in this game. That's his third of the season, and it's now a 6-2 Rays lead. His other home run came, about 20 hours ago. And he hits one here tonight off of Uceta. That brings Matt Olson up to the plate.
Swinging a ground ball, chopped to first. Backing up and fielding is Aranda. He flips underhand to Uceta and gets Matt Olson.
And now Ozzie Albies turns on this. Does Ozzie Albies to the short porch and gone. A couple of homers have the Braves back in it. 5-3.
As he gets a hold of a cutter coming right into him, top of the zone, and not a lot of cut to it. Nick got out of here in a hurry. A nice play by that fan. That's why you bring your glove to the ballpark.
Here at Steinbrenner Field, a solo homer to make it 5-3. Things getting much more interesting in the 8th inning.
So 2 out, runner at first. Here's one of the heroes for the Rays tonight, Danny Jansen. He had gone just 1 for 26 entering today. Runner goes. Pitch is taken for a strike, throw to second, not in time. How about Morel with a 2-steal game and 3 for the Rays in as many tries tonight? The pitch. Swinging a ball drilled in the air to fairly deep left center. Over and back on the run. De La Cruz to the wall. It's over his head and bounding over the wall for extra bases. 4th ribby of the night for Danny Jansen is a rule book double. He's got 3 hits too. And the Rays now have a run back and lead at 6-3.
And it will be Pete Fairbanks on the hill for the Rays here in the 9th inning.
2 out in the 9th, taking third, Greg Baldwin. Here's Michael Harris. Here comes Fairbanks home. And a ground ball to second base to his right, Brandon Lau. He throws to first, and the Rays win game 1. And the Rays win it 6-3 over Atlanta.